Hi, my name is Talia. We're going to talk about how some mental illnesses go together and some don't, from my own personal experience. I have multiple diagnoses, but I have psychosis. So psychosis and psychosis in a full-blown state don't typically go well together. I had gone into the mental hospital about 8 years ago, and they put me in the same room with another woman who had psychosis, and she was getting better, and I was in a full-blown psychosis. So I went into the room. We're laying there in the middle of the night, and I was like, remember that time that we went into McDonald's and we were going through the tunnels? And she's like, yeah, remember the lights? I was like, I know. And then we played in the ball. She's like, yeah. And then those people were there, and we just went off on this hallucination. Shortly after that, she started getting much worse. She actually ended up in the state hospital, and I started to improve. They moved me into a different room. And I don't know what happened to her. She did go to the state hospital. It was very sad. Okay, so there's psychosis and psychosis. Now, addiction and addiction. Addiction and addiction can be very helpful if you're both working in recovery. I had a man walking down the street, and he walked up to me, and I'm smoking a cigarette, and he says, hey, can I have a cigarette? And I said, yeah. And then about 15 minutes later, I'm giving him a tattoo, and I've never given a tattoo before in my life. And I didn't know how I ended up in this situation. And I'm asking him, we should stop doing this. And he's like, yeah, we should. Keep giving me a tattoo. And we both, it escalated from 0 to 60 in 2 seconds. So sometimes addiction and addiction can go well together as long as you're working in recovery. Addiction and addiction do not go well together when you are in addiction. So, typically. So, what's other mental illnesses that go well together? I tend to go really good with bipolar. Bipolar people and me, we can really hit it off. I know several people who are bipolar, and we get along really well together. Like I said, certain mental illnesses can trigger other mental illnesses. Some people with addiction have bipolar, and I get along better with them. But psychosis and psychosis usually don't go very well together. You have to be careful because some mental illnesses they don't mesh. And so that's all I got. And hopefully it was educational. I gave you a little insight of how you can make each other worse or make each other better. Sometimes it's not, you're not your diagnosis. I'm not my diagnosis. I am an individual person. I am individually Talia, and it's an individual, but still they can play off each other and make it worse and make it better. So, hope that was educational. You guys have a wonderful day.